Welcome in everybody to this presentation of the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Erb. We are here in Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, as the New England Bombers and Boston Bandits face off in a battle of the top two teams in the Colonial Conference. Again, here in the 2025 New England Football League season. Bandits won the toss, elected to receive the football. And C.K. Miles kicked it out of bounds right near about the 40-yard line. That's where the Bandits actually moved the ball up to the Bandit 45-yard line. And that's where we will see number 15, that is Bernard Davis. Saw him 2 weeks ago against the Middleborough Cobras. He threw 3 touchdowns and a 26-9 victory over the Cobras. And that gave him second place all alone in the Colonial Conference. Now looking to stay afloat here in second place. If the Bombers win here tonight, folks, they are locked in the number 1 seed. They will host the Colonial Conference Championship game in either the end of September or early October. So a big game here for the Bandits. Big game for the Bombers. A lot on the line for both these teams here in the latter half of the season. First down for the Bandits. Davis in the shotgun. Ball at their own 45 after the kickoff went out of bounds. And Davis is going to hand off here on first down. And the Bombers are going to stop him right about the line of scrimmage. And it looks like leading the way. Their nerves on number 20. He looks like number 28. Let's get you a name here if we have it. We do. It is Tyrone Barge, excuse me. And he made the tackle there for the Bombers. So once again, folks, the Bombers are on top of not just the Colonial Conference. They're on top of the New England Football League in general. They have the best record, sitting on top at 6-0 on the season. And again, if they defeat the Bandits here tonight, they clinch the number 1 seed and will host the Colonial Conference Championship game either at the end of September or early October right here at Braintree High School. So stay tuned. Wait for the Bandits, and everything's all over the place in the Colonial Conference. We'll find out here tonight. Second down and about 9, ball at the 46. Davis pumps over the middle, and the pass is overthrown. And I had to make a correction, folks. Last time we saw the Bandits against the Cobras, we said it was Jeff Hodge who was at number 12 and at wide receiver. It was actually number 12 is actually, here for the Bandits, we'll get your name here, is actually Jesse Round Jr. So I do apologize to Jesse Round Jr. for getting his name wrong. I butchered that one. And I actually had it written down that Hodge did play defense, and I say he was making catches against the Cobras in that 26-9 victory. So now it's going to be a third down and 9 here for the Bandits. Ball is at the 46-yard line. Bombers looking to start strong here. It was only just a 1-yard carry on first down. So now third down and 9 after the complete pass by Davis, who's once again in the shotgun. Number 0 coming to motion. They're going to jet sweep here to number 0, and he's going to get to midfield into Bomber territory, but he's going to be short of the first down, and it's going to be fourth down coming up here. So the Bomber defense making a stop here to start this one off. Again, the top team in the NFL. They come in at 6-0 on the season, absolutely blowing teams out. If I'm not mistaken, folks, they are the only team on offense that have scored over 200 points through 6 games. And we'll show you here number 19. And number 11 are back deep. We'll get you the names here. Number 19, Damon Thomas Beelan. We're going to call him DTB here. Number 19, DTB back there. Number 11 as well. That is Dre Williams back deep for the Bombers. We'll go back to where the punt's going to be. He's going to punt from about his own 38-yard line. So 4th and 9 coming up. Low snap. Gets the punt off. It's a nice punt. And this one's going to take a Bomber bouncing. They're going to call a fair catch there around the inside the 20, ball officially at the 18-yard line. That's where the Bombers will come out on offense when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. First down for the Bombers. After forcing a punt, handoff here is to number 32. And he has a big hole at the middle, breaking off tackles inside the 25 down to about the 27-yard line. Again, at number 32, it is Josh Hirschfield on the carry there. And we thought that we would be seeing the all-star running back number 0, Zach Buhalufa. But Buhalufa is not here today. Also not here today is the 2023 ECFL MVP, as well as the 2025 ECFL Spring MVP, David Donahue, who played the quarterback for the Bombers the last few games. No Donahue here today. And in at quarterback today is number 5. That is Jeff Costa taking over the helms here on the offense. So a big run there by Hirschfield on first down. It'll be second down and 2. Officially, ball is at the 26-yard line. Scoreless game here in the first from Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. Receiver motion. They can hand off here on second down, and he's going to get to the 30. He's going to get the first down. Now let's see who that was on the running. That was number 21 there on the carry. That'd be Randy Butler on the carry. Again, the Bombers, their first down of the game. And we're only 3.5 minutes into this one, folks. Again, this is the matchup between the top two teams here in the AAA Conference, or the Colonial Conference. And with a win here tonight, the New England Bombers, for the first time in franchise history, would clinch the #1 seed and would host the Colonial Conference Championship game right here at Braintree High School in either early September late September or early October. Stay tuned for updates as they become available. First down. Ball is officially at the 32-yard line. And Costa is going to throw for the first time. Plenty of time. And down he goes. No, he gets away. It slides down at about the line of scrimmage. Actually, it lost a far. Now a flag comes down. But what a play there by Jeff Costa, able to get away from the sack. But he does lose 4 yards. Now a flag down. This one's going to be against the Bandits. Might be a horse collar they might have grabbed on the back of Costa there. Nonetheless, that is a call against the Bandits, and looks like it's going to be an automatic first for the Bombers. So Bandits giving up 3 yards here early on defense. Reminder, folks, this was a defense we saw 2 weeks ago in Middleborough against the Cobras. They sacked Tadaro France 5 times in that first half, including sacking him in the end zone, forcing a fumble, which led to a Bandit touchdown, which gave him the 12-7 lead, and that was basically the end of that. Bandits went out to win that game 26-9 and take over second place in the Colonial Conference, where they sit right now. Of course, they are now 2 games behind these Bombers, who are 6-0. Bandits coming at 4-2. And with 3 games left to play after this one, again, Bombers can clinch the #1 seed here tonight. And now first down at the 43, Costa. Plenty of time. Throws, passes, tipped, and almost intercepted. And that was a big play there. Number 8, that is Rose and Pierce. Number 8 playing for some defense. And talking about number 8 quarterback for the Bandits, that was Madison Cronin, who was the offensive player of the week last week. He threw for 260 yards and 4 touchdowns as the Bandits, I'll just say, folks, they stomped over GSD last week, 61-7. Cronin is not starting here today. A little interesting to see that. Also, of course, we talked about it earlier. Interesting to see that David Donnie, who is not here today for the Bombers, the two-time ECFL MVP, joined the Bombers here for the summer. It's Jeff Costa in the quarterback, and now he's in the shotgun. Second down and 10. Costa throws over the middle, and that ball is too low, incomplete. Just off the hand of the receiver. Now it's going to be third down and 10 for the Bombers. And so let's see if the Bandits defense can make a stop. As I already mentioned, folks, 5 sacks against Tadaro France in that 26-9 victory over the Cobras a couple weeks ago. Strong start for that Bandit defense. And not so much here. They had a 15-yard penalty go against them after they had brought down Costa for a 4-yard loss, giving up 3 yards. But now they have a third down and 10. So once again, they'll try to make a stop here. Ball at the 43-yard line. We're scoreless here in the first. From Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, about 15 miles outside of Boston. And it's going to be third down. Butler is in the backfield. Costa. Plenty of time. Going to the sideline. Now it is caught. What a catch there. And a first down, and there he is again. Again, it's Damon Thomas Beelan. We'll call him DTB here on the broadcast, just so we don't butcher his last name. And that's a first down here for the Bombers on third down and 10. They get about 17 yards. We're going to turn the brightness up here a little, folks, just so you can see the field beautifully. It's a very nice day. The wind has picked up here a little bit in Braintree. It's going to be very cold by the time we end this game. But we're hoping to bring you a great game here in Braintree. First down, ball at the Bandits' 40-yard line. Receiver motion. Costa's going to hand it off here once again. It's Hirschfield, and Hirschfield goes down in the backfield. Loss of a couple, and there's number 5 on the tackle. That is Ziggy Crawley. But again, we talk about it. We have a couple different guys with the same jersey number. We talked about number 8. We had Madison Cronin. Oh, excuse me, number 5 for the Bandits is actually E.J. Isom. So I'm looking at the wrong roster here, folks. I do apologize. But talk about different jerseys. A lot of people have the same numbers here, and we have guys who are playing on different sides of the ball. Number 7 is one for the Bombers. J.Q. Harris is a wide receiver. And number 7, Chris Walker, is the defensive back. 3 receivers bottom of your screen here on second down and 11 from the 41. There's Williams in motion. Costa. Plenty of time. Chucking it down the field. Has a man wide open, and the pass is caught. Touchdown, Bombers. And there he is once again. It's DTB with the touchdown. And the Bombers are on top first here in Braintree. It's 6-0 New England.
Behind 2 defenders.
A great job there by DTB breaking 2 defenders, as you heard Steven Vieira say. the play-by-play guy for the New England Bombers. Broke away from 2 defenders, found himself wide open in the back of the end zone. Able to make the catch, stay in bounds, and the Bombers strike first here in Braintree, trying to clinch that number 1 seed in the Colonial Conference with 3 games left. And at this point, if you look at the standings in the AAA Conference, it's either going to be the Cobras or the Bandits who are coming here for the final game of the season for the AAA Conference. And they're going for 2 here, trying to make it an 8-0 game. Costa over the middle, end zone, pass is tipped away. Pass tipped away by Nelson Mantos, and it is 6-0 Bombers on top here with 7:42 left in the first. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League. We're here on YouTube. 6-0 Bombers on top of the Bandits. You're watching the New England Football League here on YouTube, and that's a live ball picked up there. Number 0, that is Markham Monroe. Monroe cutting to the outside, breaking off a tackle, and he has room down the sideline. Goes into Bomber territory, out of bounds near the 49-yard line. What a return there. There's Markham Monroe, brought down by C.K. Miles, the kicker. So once again, the touchdown goes to DTB. That is, again, Damon Thomas Beelan with the touchdown. First down for the Bandits. Ball at their own 48-yard line officially. It looked like Monroe had gotten to the Bomber side of the field, but the refs call him out of bounds inside his own territory. And it looked like Davis was calling a timeout there, but nobody's saying anything about a timeout, so we roll on. First down at the 48. Davis hands off here on first down. And a carry there, looks like number 3. That'd be Dexter Andrews, one of the captains here for the Bandits here. Looks like he did get into Bomber territory. So as I mentioned, folks, right before we got to the 2-point conversion, at this point, if the Bombers win, they get the number 1 seed, and it's either going to be between the Cobras and Bandits who's going to get the number 2 seed and face the Bombers in that championship game. The other teams in the AAA Conference, you look at the standings, GSD is in the bottom of the barrel. I think they have maybe 1 win if they're not winless. They do have a tie, though. They do have a tie against the Glensville's Green Jackets. They had a 10-10 tie a few weeks ago. Of course, the Green Jackets are having the greatest year, and the Cobras, even they have lost 2 in a row after a 3-1 start. Second and 3, 7-yard carry there by Andrews. Davis throws, short passes, caught. And it's going to be a first down here for the Bandits. Put out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. A second down and 3. They got about 7 on that one. It's going to be a first down. Boston move the ball quite nicely here on offense. This being their second drive. And they got a first down. Ball is going to be at the Bomber 38-yard line. By the way, shout out to the New England Bombers. They have a lot going for them. As we mentioned, they have Steven Vieira, who's their play-by-play guy. And they also have a PA announcer as well as a clock score operator. You don't see a lot from many of these teams. And no matter what league it is, not just the NFL. A lot of these leagues, a lot of these teams don't have a lot of these things. So shout out to the Bombers for doing it right. First down officially at the 39-yard line for the Bandits. Down 6-0. And they're going to delay the handoff here on first down and break it off tackles. There he goes, inside the 25. What a run there. Carry there by Kayvon Davis, and he's going to take it inside the 25. It's going to be another first down for the Bandits. Nice run game going here for Boston. That's going to be a first down, officially ball at the 25-yard line. Bombers call a timeout. The defense is going to talk it over. How do we stop this run game? We'll find out when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. First down, ball at the Bomber 25-yard line. Bandits trail 6-0 with 5:28 left in the first quarter. And Davis fakes, throws, passes tipped, and that one hits the ground way over the head of Davis there, and it's going to bring up second down. That was a dangerous pass there. Dangerous pass by Davis. That one, luckily that one was intercepted. There were no Bombers defenders in the vicinity, but they were able to, if they were there, they would have had a chance at a pick 6 for sure. So again, the ball off the hands of Kayvon Thomas. It'll bring up second down attempt. Clock's still running here. We have 5:15 left and counting here in the first quarter. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, about 15 miles outside of Boston. Bombers this is their 4th year of existence, by the way, folks. So they're about as old in football terms as the Bombers. We both started here in 2022. And we talk about the Bombers' first season in the Maritime Conference, the Single League Conference. They were 0-10 their first season. Season number 2, they went to the championship game, losing to the Rhode Island Riptide. Last year, they went to the playoffs again, and now they're here in season number 4, and they're 6-0. And it's going to be a free play here. 2 flags. Davis over the middle, and the pass is caught. And they're going to call him down at the 1 yard line. And the pass is caught by their superstar, Jalen Cundiff. They're going to decline this penalty. He's going to be first and goal at the 1 yard line. What a play there by Davis, finding his top receiver, Jalen Cundiff. And we talk about Cundiff. Cundiff had a punt return touchdown last week in their win over the Granite State Destroyers, GSD. It was a 91-yard punt return, his second of the season. Of course, we saw the game against the Cobras 2 weeks before. He had a punt return to set up the first score of the game. Or he took the first punt back for the touchdown. He gave him a 6-0 lead over the Cobras. And that set the tone for the rest of the way in that week number 5 game. Of course, we are now in week number 7 here, folks. So again, the pass was caught by Jalen Cundiff. And it's they call it a touchdown. Wow. So after further discussion, they're going to say that Cundiff got into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Bandits have just tied this game at 6.
We'll have to check the replay on that one.
Wow.
Tied up at 6.
Initially called down at the 1 yard line. They're saying Cundiff got into the end zone. That's his third touchdown in the last 2 weeks. His first year on offense, and now chance for the Bandits to take the lead here.
Now the Bandits look like they're going to try to kick it.
So this is for the lead.
No block. And looks like offsides defense.
Oh, kick is blocked. And it's picked up by the Bombers. But this one is not going to count. They haven't blown the whistle, though. Whistle says not been blown. And they're going to take this one back all the way for a 2-point conversion at the moment, but hold everything.
Miles offside.
There is a flag down. They did not blow the whistle until after C.K. Miles got to the end zone. And let's check the marker here.
CK was offside by Miles.
We might get a redo here on the extra point. Let's see. C.K. Miles, obviously, you saw there, folks. He came right in there, and he blocked it before the snap. It was even snapped. I mean, that's how close he was. We have 2 flags down. One at the 14-yard line, one is at the 3-yard line. So we knew we were coming in for an exciting game here, folks. And now we've seen just that. We have looking for a second, we thought we had a 3rd flag down, and now we got a couple Bandits fighting themselves. Still waiting for the discussion here to see what the official call is. Is that a 2-point conversion for the Bombers? And C.K. Miles, he's been everywhere. On kickoffs, he's making tackles on kickoffs, and now he's blocking extra points for 2 points. Let's see if it stands. If it doesn't stand, we'll see if the Bandits have a chance at a re-kick. And we knew we were going to see, again, folks, we knew we were going to see an exciting game here tonight in Braintree. And so far, with 4:33 left in the first quarter, that's exactly what we've gotten. And it looks like we're going to get a re-kick here. Ref's getting together to discuss it now. We'll.
Looks like the Bandits have the kicker out there, but probably want to try to run it in from 1 yard away.
And so now, officially, it was an offside against C.K. Miles, who returned that block kick for a 2-point conversion that did not count. So now the Bandits are going to go for 2 here themselves and try to take their first lead of the game. Again, we have 4:33 left in the first quarter. Ball is placed at the 2-yard line. It's Davis in the shotgun here. Andrews is in the backfield. 2-point conversion for the Bandits. Try to take their first lead. Davis pumps, throws, and the pass is incomplete. And so, after all that drama and another little scuffle there, we have a 6-6 game with 4:33 left in the first. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. Davis to Cundiff, and the Bandits have tied this game at 6. 4:33 left here in the first quarter. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. About 15 miles outside of Boston. We'll be taking inside the 10. Cutting to the outside. Here's DTB, who had the touchdown earlier, and he is going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line. And so we'll see the Bomber offense come out as the entire Boston Bandits team's coming out on the field here. Look at this. Everybody for the Bandits celebrating that tackle. As the Bomber offense coming out, Bandit defense, again, had 5 sacks 2 weeks ago against the Middleborough Cobras. They're going to do something here on this second drive here for the Bomber offense. Bombers score on their first possession. Again, in the quarterback today is David Costa, and he found DTB for the touchdown. Make it 6-0 as the two-point conversion was no good. And the ball is officially at the 26-yard line. 4:20 left here in the first quarter. Apologize for the shaky camera. Be first down. You got Hirschfield in the backfield. You got Costa in the shotgun. And they're going to hand off here to Hirschfield on first down. And he is going to look like for a second there. Then they're going to push that pile. Look like for a second might have lost the football. Looked like it was being pulled away from him, but Hirschfield was able to hang on to it. Looked like someone was trying to rip it away from him. And then the whole Bandit D-line tried to tackle him, and nobody couldn't bring him down. So they actually give him a 1-yard gain on that run. Second down and 9 here from the 27-yard line. Again, we are tied at 6. The New England Bombers and the Boston Bandits. The Bombers trying to clinch the #1 seed in the Colonial Conference here tonight. Costa fakes, throws, short pass caught. Here's DTB again. And DTB break it away inside the 30 down to about the 33-yard line. Look, about a 6-yard gain. It's going to bring up about 3rd down and 3 here for the Bombers. DTB has himself quite the game here for the Bombers to start. Of course, he has the touchdown. He has a few catches on top of that as well. And it's going to be 3rd down and 3 here as we reach the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Excuse me. Got 3 on the mind, folks. Bring up 3rd down and 3 from the. So here we go. 3rd down and 3 from the 33 with 3 minutes left. So it is, again, a lot of 3s on the mind. Costa pumps, throws, short passes, caught. And he gets to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for the Bombers. Pass caught there by Bobby Goldsby, one of the running backs here for the Bombers. And on 3rd down and 3, they get 7 yards, and it's a 1st down for the Bombers. And a little surprise that David Donahue, 2-time champion, including winning the ECFL Spring Championship with the Connecticut Falcons this past season, who has joined the Bombers here for the summer. He's not here today. Not exactly sure why. He had one Player of the Week honors just a couple weeks ago after throwing 4 touchdowns in a win. I believe it was over Mill City he had done that, but he's not here tonight. Again, Jeff Costa, the quarterback. 1st down from the 40. And Costa fakes, pumps, chucking it deep down the field. Man, wide open, and he overthrew him. Pass intended for J.Q. Harris. Again, we mentioned earlier they have 2 number 7s here for the Bombers. One of them plays offense, one of them plays defense. And there's the number 7 that plays offense. That is J.Q. And Jake, let me get the name here, folks. Let me get it right. J.Q. Harris. Just overthrow him by just a few yards. Otherwise, that's touchdown number 2 on the day for Jeff Costa. Clock continuing to run here. We have 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. We're tied at 6. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, about 15 miles outside of Boston.
Empty backfield now, Costa.
5 receiver set here. Costa all on the shotgun here on 2nd and 10. They got DTB in motion. Costa throws short passes, caught. Regularly outside, that's Williams. Williams getting inside the 45, about the 47-yard line. Pass caught there by Dre Williams, and he gets about 7 yards, but 3rd down and 3 as we are nearing that final minute here in the first quarter. Tied at 6 between the Bombers and the Bandits. And I believe this is the first meeting between these two teams this season. They will meet later on during the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, schedule available on NFL.us. We've reached the final minute here in the first quarter. 6 up. 3rd down and 3 from the 47 for the Bombers. Costa in the shotgun. Hands off here to, and a 1st down. Big hit there. He had his Hirschfield on the carry, I do believe. And he's enough to get the 1st down. Big hit late on him by John DeRose.
Number 32 with the.
So the 1st down run there by Josh Hirschfield makes it 1st down at the Bandits' 48-yard line. 21 seconds left in the first. Costa pumps, chucking it down the field again. Has a man in. The pass is incomplete. He had beat the defender, and the pass was dropped. Once again, it was DTB. And that is TDB. Pun intended. And the clock is now stopped with 12 seconds left, so we will get another playoff here for the end of the quarter.
The Bombers throwing some bombs.
That would have been DTB's 2nd touchdown here of the night. but he can't hang on to it. Goes right through his hand. So second down here at the Bandit 48. And they're going to run this clock out, folks. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first 15 minutes. And the Bombers and Bandits finish up tied at 6 after 1. We'll be right back for the second quarter. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. Start of the second quarter, everybody. The New England Bombers and the Boston Bandits are tied at 6. You're watching the New England Football League here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. And it's second down and 10 for the Bombers at the Bandit 48-yard line. And there goes Harris in motion. Costa steps up, chucking it down the field. Has a man, in the pass is intercepted. Pass is picked by Kayvon Davis. And there's that Bandit defense that we saw 2 weeks ago against the Cobras, making another big play to start off the second quarter.
Bandits with 2 defenders deep. And the ball kind of hung up there. And the Bandits picked it up. But kind of like
So that's another big play for the Bandit defense. Pass thrown into double coverage. Pass intercepted by Kayvon Davis. And now their offense will have the ball deep in their own territory. We'll take a break right back right here on YouTube. So after the interception by Davis, it's first down for the Bandits at their own 3-yard line. We are tied at 6 to start the second quarter. Costa's in his own, Davis is in his own end zone. Davis loses the snap. Rolling out, has to throw it away. The pass is almost intercepted. C.K. Miles, who has been all over the place here tonight, almost had the interception there. And again, it's another free play. It's an offside against the Bombers. So even if Miles had hit the interception, would not have counted because, again, another offside against the Bombers. So Bandits going to get free 5 yards here. Ball's going to be placed at the 8-yard line. And they'll have some breathing room here. And again, the interception thrown there by the Bombers was thrown into double coverage, and Kayvon Davis came away with the interception. And that'll be first down and 5 after the offside penalty against the Bombers. Ball is at the Bandit 8-yard line. And Costa almost threw an interception there, but after dropping the ball in the end zone. Davis, excuse me. Davis going to hand off here and finding a nice ultimate, spinning away, getting an extra yard. Getting inside the 10 to about the 14-yard line, so they got about 6 yards. That's a first down. Now I got to say second down. It's going to be second down in inches here. Look like a first down from up here on the carry there. It'll be second down and 1, officially ball at the 12-yard line. Look like he got to the 14 after making that spin. But they are going to say that he was down about the 12. So officially second down and 2 at the 12. And now a flag flying here after unsportsmanlike against the Bombers. It's another 5 yards, and that's going to be an automatic first for the Bandits. Tempers flaring here tonight in Braintree on both sides of the ball. Maybe an unsportsmanlike against the Bombers. It's going to be a first down for the Bandits. And they're going to move the ball to about the 26-yard line. It's a 15-yard penalty, 27-yard line, excuse me. 15-yard penalty against the Bombers. And now the Bandits have a lot of breathing room here, trying to take their first lead of the game after the interception by Davis. With first down at the 27-yard line. Davis in the shotgun. And Davis is going to hand off here on first down. And he gets, actually might have lost the yard there on that carry. So we talk about the Bombers. They had the best record in the NFL. They are playing the best football in the NFL. They also they're actually tied for the best record in the NFL with the Windsor Flyers out of Vernon, Connecticut. The Flyers play in the North Atlantic Division or the AA Conference. They are also 6-0 in the season, and they're actually playing pretty well as well, obviously. Led by quarterback Jarmel Brown. Defense led by Nick Sell, who has a fumble recovery for a touchdown and a pick 6 so far this season for the Flyers. They got a big game themselves. They're playing a 1-2 matchup in the AA Conference as the Flyers take on the Haverhill Hitmen out in Vernon. Second and 11 at the 26. Andrews going outside. Davis throws short, passes caught by Condiff. And Condiff losing more yards. He goes back down in the backfield. Wrapped up there by number 20. That is Shaq Wilkie.
One-on-one tackle.
Again, we talk about how the few players have the same numbers on both offense and defense. Number 24 on offense was supposed to be David Donahue, but he's not here. Number 20 on defense is Shaq Wilkie, and he makes the tackle there on Cundiff. Bring it up even longer, third down. It'll be third down in a minivan here. Ball's back at the 24-yard line for the Bandits. We're tied at 6. 11:54 left in the first half. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, about 15 miles outside of Boston. Third down and 13 from the 24-yard line for the Bandits. Trying to capitalize off the interception by Kayvon Davis.
Bandits spread the field.
Got Davis in the shotgun.
Empty backfield. Receivers.
And it's going to be a false start here against the Bandits. Third down and 18 now. Ball back at the 19-yard line. So now it will actually be a third down and a minivan here. Both sides now have a few penalties against themselves. A couple offsides here against the Bombers, and now a false start here against the Bandits. Bombers have 3 penalties against them. That was the first against the Bandits here tonight. Clock continuing to run as we're going to reach the 11:11 mark here in the first half. We're tied at 6. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, about 15 miles outside of Boston. Bombers clinched the number 1 seed in the Colonial Conference with a win here tonight. Bandits looking to stay alive with a chance to earn that number 1 seed themselves. They could run the table here in the final 4 weeks of the season. That'll be 3 including tonight. Third down in a minivan. Ball's back at the 19-yard line. Davis steps up, throws to the sideline, pass is caught. Once again, it's Jesse Round Jr. making that catch, but he's going to be plenty short of a first down, and the Bombers are going to punt it away. So this will be the second punt of the day here for the Bandits. Excuse me, the Bandits are going to punt it away. This will be the second punt for the Bandits here today. Clock continuing to run. We have 10 minutes left in this first half. We're tied at 6. It'll be 4th and 6, ball at the 32-yard line. And we got a couple guys back deep there for the Bandits. The Bombers, excuse me. I will get it right eventually, folks. I do apologize. C.K. Miles, one of those back deep as well as Dre Williams. And DTB, all back there for the Bombers. Let's see what the Bandits can do here. And a line drive punt. And it's going to bounce. And it's going to be touched by the Bandits, so it's going to be down about the 38-yard line. Bombers come back out trying to retake the lead. As with 9:36 left in the half, we'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. First down, handoff here to Fishfield. And he gets stopped almost immediately. Tied at 6 here with 9:26 and counting here in the first half. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. And again, folks, this is one of 2 1 versus 2 matchups here in week number 7. Talked about it earlier, the Windsor Flyers and the Haverhill Hitmen, both number 1 and number 2 respectively in the AA Conference, facing off at Rockville High School in Vernon, Connecticut. Costa pumps, throws, passes, caught. There's DTB again, and he's been all over the place. He gets into Bandit territory, out of bounds about the 49-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Bombers. Again, trying to get these 2 teams right here. We have the Bandits and Bombers. Bombers and Bandits. Officially first down at the 49-yard line of the Bandits here for the Bombers. And there you go. And I got it right. Clock continuing to run here. We have 8.5 minutes left here in the first half. Both quarterbacks have a touchdown pass. Costa has an interception on under his belt as well. First down about the 49. Costa, pressure, throws, passes, caught. There he is again, DTB. And he gets another first down, ball out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 11 on first down. And DTB is having himself a night here for the Bombers. That's his 4th or 5th catch. And he already has a touchdown under his belt. We still have 8 minutes left here in this first half. Plenty of football left to be played for DTB to take over if possible. See if the Bandits can make a stop here. So far it's been a tale of two different games here. Again, Bandits had 5 sacks on Tadaro France 2 weeks ago against the Cobras. Today, they don't have any answer here for DTB. Costa pumps, throws, and once again it's DTB wide open, and he goes out of bounds at about the 30. And he will be just a yard short of that first down. Once again, DTB, that is now his 6th catch of the afternoon. So he's having quite the game. Again, the name is Damon Thomas Beelan, but we were calling him DTB, kind of like DTR, the former quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. Just kind of simplify it here. Now we are now in the latter half of this second quarter, excuse me. I knew I was going to screw that up. And officially 2nd and 1, ball at the 30-yard line. Bombers were going to retake the lead here. Costa going to bounce back after the interception in the last drive. Costa rose to the sideline. That pass is caught. Down the sideline and out of bounds inside the 10. It's J.Q. Harris. J.Q. Harris, his 2nd catch. And it's going to be 1st and goal here for the Bombers. Clock now stopped with 7:01 left in the half. And now the clock running as we are now under 7 minutes. And we have a Bandit down. So we will be right back right on YouTube. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Tied at 6 here in the second. Handoff here to Richfield, and Richfield is going to be brought down at about the 7-yard line. Got a couple on that carry. Bandits looking to retake the lead here. Of course, both teams actually called timeout each, so each have 2 left. And again, it's 3 on the carry there. You got Josh Hirschfield in a running back. Be 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line for the Bombers, trying to retake the lead. 6 minutes left here in the first half. Oh, David Donahue, 2-time ECFL MVP and had joined the Bombers the last few weeks. He's not here today. And the quarterback number 5, Jeff Costa. 2nd and goal at the 6. Costa throws, short pass caught. DTB trying to get inside, and he will be down right at the 1-yard line. So last time we saw someone down at the 1-yard line, they were called in the end zone, and that was Condiff for the Bandits. And now they're going to say that DTB was down at the 1 here. So it'll be 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line for the Bombers, trying to retake the lead. 5:25 left in the half. 3rd and goal, ball at the 1-yard line. Bombers trying to retake the lead. It's Hirschfield in the backfield. Costa's in the shotgun. DTB in the motion. They're going to hand off here to Hirschfield. And the Bandit defense making a big stop there. What a stop by the Bandit defense. Down at the 2-yard line. It's going to be 4th and goal. And now the question is here for Greg Townsend and this Bomber offense. What do you do? Do you go for it? Or do you just take the field goal? It looks like the Bombers are going for it here on 4th down and goal. 4th down and goal at the 2-yard line. Bombers are going for it, trying to retake the lead. Again, it's Hirschfield in the backfield here on 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line. Hand out to Hirschfield, and Hirschfield will not get there. Bandit defense makes the stop once again. What a stop by the Bandit defense here on 4th and goal from the 2. And their offense will come back out. We are tied at 6 with 4:14 left here in the half. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. So after the stop there by the Bandit defense, their offense come back out. They'll start 1st down at their own 2-yard line. 2nd time they're starting inside their own 5-yard line in this game. Davis in his own end zone. Davis throws to the sideline. Pass is caught. There's Jesse Round Jr. again. And Round gets out of bounds at the 16-yard line. That's a 1st down for the Bandits. Give himself a little breathing room here. Last time they had the ball inside their own 5-yard line, the Bombers gave the Bandits a breathing room on a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. Again, pass caught there by Jesse Round Jr., a gain of 14. It'll be 1st down at the 16-yard line for the Bandits, trying to take their first lead here with 3:57 counting here in the first half. Again, we are tied at 6. First down at the 16-yard line. Davis, pressure, chucking it down the field, has a man, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Jalen Cundiff, who had the touchdown earlier. That one just goes out of his hands, going way over his head, trying to make one of those David Casper catches. And he's unable to do so, so the clock now stopped with 3:26 left here in the half. We're tied at 6. 3:26 left here in the half. We're tied at 6. New England Bombers with the win here tonight, get the #1 seed in the AAA Conference. Bandits looking to stay alive. Of course, can't forget, folks, the Middleborough Cobra is also trying to stay alive. They're taking on the Glensfalls Green Jackets out in upstate New York. Cobras need a win after losing their last 2 games to stay alive here in the top 2 in the AAA Conference. Second down at the 16-yard line. And Davis hands off here. And the defense for the Bombers makes the stop in the backfield. Clock continuing to run here. Bandits not showing that much resiliency here on offense, trying to score before the end of the half. Would be huge if they could score here before the end of the half. Take the lead into the locker room. So we've reached the 3-minute mark here in the first half. We are tied at 6. New England Bombers, Boston Bandits here from Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. With 3rd and 13 after the carry there on second down and 10, lost to 3. So 3rd down and 13 coming up for the Bandits. They've already punted twice here today. Bombers have yet to punt. Davis, pressure rolling out, chucking it, and nobody's there. Let's see if we're going to get an intentional grounding call here. Ball looked like it was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. And let's see. Waiting to see if we're going to get a call here for intentional grounding. And we are not going to get a call for intentional grounding. And it'll be 4th and 13, and the Bandits will punt for the 3rd time here tonight. 2:18 left in this first half. We're tied at 6. You're watching New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, about 15 miles outside of Boston. Nice high punt here. And a fair catch by DTB, taken at the Bomber 46-yard line. So with 2:10 left in the half, the Bombers coming out trying to retake the lead before halftime. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 2:10 left here in the first half. First down for the Bombers at the Bandit 46-yard line. Williams going to motion. Costa steps up, throws, passes too low. Intended for Goldsby, excuse me. Pass incomplete, too low there for Goldsby. And the clock now stopped with 2:03 left here in the half. Second down and 10 from the 46 coming up. This will be the last play here for the 2-minute warning. Tied at 6, the New England Bombers and Boston Bandits from here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. And we have a timeout on the field by the Bandits, so we'll be right back. 2:03 left in the half. Start of the timeout. Bandits have 1 left. Bombers have 2. Second and 10 from the 46. Costa. Plenty of time. Steps up. Now pressure coming. Steps up again. Chucking it down the field. And the pass is almost intercepted. And that will be the 2-minute warning. We are tied at 6. 1:52 left in the half. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 1:52 left in the half. Costa pumps, throws to the sideline. Passes caught, and who else? DTB, another catch for him. That looks like it'd be out number 8 for him here in the first half alone. Gets out of bounds, and it's a first down for the Bombers. I'm going to say first down ball at the 31-yard line. Bombers still have 2 timeouts left. Bandits have just 1. And Bombers trying to clinch the number 1 seed in the Colonial Conference with a win here tonight. If the Bandits can clinch a win here tonight, they'll get an inch closer to that number 1 seed themselves with 3 games left. First down, ball to 31. Costa fakes. Going up top to the end zone. Has a man, and the pass is broken up. Intended for Harris. And no flag, and I agree with the no call there. That was just a great play by the defense there for the Bandits. Broke it up at the last second there. Look like the other number 7, that is Fredo Garitas. I hope I'm saying the last name right. But again, I agree with the no call. That was a great pass break up there by Fred Garitas. And it'll be second down at 10 at the 31 with 1:39 left there in the first half. Again, that was just a great play on defense. Nobody actually calling for the penalty, so they must agree. Second down and 10 from the 31 coming up here. 1:39 left in the half. Tied at 6. Nearing the end of the half. Costa fakes, throws, short pass is caught. Once again, it's DTB. And there goes DTB inside the 15, down about the 13-yard line. And the Bombers call a timeout with a minute and a half left, so we'll be right back right here on YouTube. First down at the 14-yard line, tied at 6, with a minute and a half left in the half. Costa fakes, throws, short pass caught. Here's Dre Williams. Williams breaking off tackles. Williams inside the 5, down to the 4. That's going to be first and goal at the 4-yard line for the Bombers. Trying to retake the lead here toward the end of the half. And they're running no huddle here, trying to get into the end zone quick here. Costa in the shotgun. And Costa throws end zone. Pass is caught. Touchdown Bombers. And guess who, folks? DTB. He has been on fire here in this first half. That's his second touchdown. And once again, folks, it's DTB with the touchdown. There's now 12-6 Bombers. DTB has 10 catches in this first half for the Bombers. He has 2 touchdowns. What a first half for the newcomer here for the Bombers. Now Bombers once again try and go for 2 here, try and make it an 8-point game. They failed on the last 2-point conversion on the first touchdown. Let's see what they can do here. Here we go, 2-point conversion here for the Bombers. Up 12-6 now, 1:08 left in the half. Costa all on the shotgun. You got 4 receivers set. Costa pops. Plenty of time. Now pressure coming. Going to roll out. Throws in the end zone. The pass is intercepted. Bandits can take it back, and they will. They're going to take this one back. No flags. No whistles. Costa to beat. And the Bandits are taking this one back for the 2-point conversion. Pass in the end zone was intercepted and taken all the way back.
Like he touched his knee back in the end zone, but they let it go.
And now the score reads 12-8. No whistles were blown, no flags were thrown. That 2-point conversion looks like it is going to count. And that one will count, unlike the one by C.K. Miles earlier on in this game. And so we have a 4-point game here, 1:08 left in the half. And now the Bandits have a chance to take the lead. They have 1 timeout left. Wow, what a game this has been thus far. We still have a whole half of football left to be played. So the Bombers score, make it a 12-6 game, going for a 2-point conversion. Pass was intercepted in the end zone. And the Bandits take all the way back for a 2-point conversion themselves. It is 12-8 here with 1:08 left in the half. And we'll be right back right here on YouTube. We're calling it a pick 2 here, folks. Boston Bandits, surprise onside kick. And the Bombers recover it. And they're going to say that he did not go 10 yards, and it is Bandit football. Bombers try to surprise onside kick the Bandits, but the ball does not go 10 yards. And so the Bandits will take over, down 12-8 with 1:08 left here in the half. What a first half this has been here, folks. Top two teams here in the Colonial Conference going at it. Bombers went for an onside kick. 12-8 is your score. Bombers went for a surprise onside. The ball only went 9 yards. So the Bandits get it back on an illegal touch. And they'll start at the Bombers, let's see, about the 44-yard line. 12-8 is your score. 102 left now and a half. Oh, excuse me, still 108 left and a half. Ball now at the 44-yard line. Davis. Pressure. And gets away. Floating it up top, and the pass is incomplete. And there's a guy I thought we might talk a little bit about more here tonight. There's Dexter Newsom, who was the closest guy there trying to come away with the interception. Dexter Newsom came along with the Bombers last year, had a great year with the Bombers last year in the secondary. Could not come away with, of course, the interception. The ball went out of bounds, so he couldn't get it anyway. And we are at the 1-minute warning here in the first half, 12-8. New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits. Left and right, his folks trying to get it as good as we can here on YouTube. Second and 10 at the 43 officially. Davis. Pressure. Gets away. Throw to the sideline, wide open. And the catch is made. And there's Davis, who had the interception earlier in the game. Wide open catch there by Kayvon Davis. As Bernard Davis, we got two Davises here for the Bandits. Bernard Davis is in a quarterback. He gets away from the pressure, finds a wide open Kayvon Davis, who had the interception earlier on in this game. That's a first down for the Bandits at the Bomber 32-yard line. Bandits have one timeout left, with just 42 seconds left. Ball now at the Bomber 32. It's like Davis changing to play at the line. Davis throws, passes, incomplete. Intended once again, Jesse Rao Jr. in the intended receiver. Clock stop at 43 seconds left here in the first half. New England Bombers lead 12-8 over the Boston Bandits. You're watching the New England Football League. I'm Stephen Earl. We're here at Braintree High School, Braintree, Massachusetts. Bombers clinch the number 1 seed, in the AAA Conference with a win here tonight. Bandits would be very much alive with 3 games left if they can come away with another upset. Of course, they pulled off the upset last week against the against the Middleborough Cobras, beating them 26-9 out of Middleborough. And we found out, folks, after the game, that was the first home loss for the Middleborough Cobras in 3 years. That's a long time. 43 seconds left. Second down here with the Bandits at the Bomber 32-yard line. One timeout left, trying to take the lead heading into the locker room. Davis steps up, and he can run. Decides to throw. Pass is caught. Inside the 10-yard line. Catch is made by Jalen Cundiff. That's his 3rd catch. And the Bandits call a timeout with 32 seconds left. We'll be right back right here on YouTube. First and goal at the 8-yard line for the Boston Bandits, trailing 12-8 against the New England Bombers. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Earl. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. First and goal at the 8-yard line. 32 seconds left here in the half. Davis is all alone in the shotgun. Receiver in motion. That's Andrews now coming into backfield. Davis, flag is down. Free play. Davis to the end zone. Incomplete, but a flag. And it looks like we're going to get a flag here against the Bombers. And another scuffle there. That's going to be the third The third offside penalty here against the Bombers. Fourth overall on defense here in the first half. So you have to, this is penalty, it'll be first to go at the 4-yard line. 27 seconds left. The Bandits have one timeout trying to take the lead heading into the locker room. And I do believe the Bombers get the ball to start the second half, so this will be a big stop here for the defense. Now to the penalties, first to go at the 4-yard line. 27 seconds left here in the half. 12-8, the Bombers lead the Bandits. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Davis all alone again in the shotgun. Davis. Pressure now coming, rolling out. Look for a man. And flag is down. Chucking it to the end zone. And the pass is dropped. Let's give another flag here against the Bombers. That's number 5 for them here in the half. Clock now stopped with 15 seconds left here in the half. And it's actually a flag against the Bandits.
15-yarder, that's gonna hurt.
Well, let's see if we get a 10-second runoff here. It's under 2 minutes. A 10-yard penalty going to back up to the 14-yard line. It's going to be first to go at the 14. But offensive hold, it's 10-yard penalty. Ball back at the 14-yard line. 15 seconds left. No 10-second runoff as of right now. And the Bombers called another timeout, so we're right back. 15 seconds left here in the half. First and goal now at the 14-yard line. 15 seconds left. 12-8 Bombers on top of the Bandits. Got Andrews in the backfield. Davis in the shotgun. And now Andrews is out of receiver. And Davis is going to lose the football. Ball's on the ground. The Bombers have it. And that is, folks, it's going to be a huge play for the Bomber defense. Clock stop at 8 seconds left. Bandits had a chance to go take the lead before halftime. But a fumble on first and goal at the 14-yard line gives the ball back to the Bombers. And we're going to stick with you here, folks. Wow, what a play to end the half. Bombers probably going to take a knee here. Costa going to kneel down. And we're going to go to halftime. And Mr. Steven Vieira and I enjoy some tacos. A taco truck. So that was a huge blow for the Bandits. First to go at the 14, having a chance to take the lead before halftime. And they fumble it away. Now it's just 8 seconds left. We're assuming that Costa will just take a knee, but he will not. He's in the shotgun here, all alone in the shotgun here on first and goal. On first and 10, excuse me, with just 8 seconds left. Costa throws short pass caught. This will be the last play of the half. And they're going to knock him down at about the 25-yard line. And that is how the first half ends. New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits 12-8 at halftime. We'll be right back for the second half. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. Start of the second half, everybody. The New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits 12-8. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, about 15 miles outside of Boston. Try to get you the best brightness as we possibly can. It's a very dark night here in Braintree. And as Bomber play-by-play guy Steven Vieira mentioned, we have a half moon here in Braintree. Lights are on, the half moon is out. And we're trying to get the brightness as best as we can here so you get the best possible view is here. Again, the story of that first half was probably the wide receiver for the Bombers, Damon Thomas Beelan. We call him DTB, we call him. He had about 11 catches, 2 touchdowns in that first half for the Bombers. And that is why, he is the reason why they have a 12-8 lead. Could have been a little more, but they were unable to convert both of their 2-point conversions, including one that was returned by the Bandits for 2-point conversion themselves. So the Bombers start first down at the 25, and they're going to hand off here. And a big run on the first play of the first half. Spinning away inside the 45, down to the 46. And there he is again, the starting running back here for the Bombers, Josh Hirschfield. And again, another little extracurricular, everybody getting together. We're going to once again try and adjust this brightness a little bit, try to get it down. And a big run there on the first play of the second half from Josh Hirschfield. Another first down for the Bombers. No flags out for anything, unnecessary roughness or anything like that. And so the Bombers, after that big run, will have the ball at the 46-yard line. So officially a 21-yard run there by Hirschland. And head off him here again on first down. Buck off the tackles and gets to midfield. Gain of 4 on that carry. And he just missed a 21-yard run there. And now we got 3 flags, 4 flags, 5 flags. Oh my goodness. Pandemonium here in Braintree. We have 5 flags coming out. Once again, tempers flaring here on both sides. And it looks like we have a new rivalry coming here in the New England Football League, everybody. Bombers in year number 4, Bandits in year number 30, but there's never a wrong time for a type of rivalry like the one here tonight. And there are 5 flags all around midfield. You see them there on your screen. Reminds me of a game I did in 2022 between the Rhode Island Raptors and the Worcester Wildcats. We had flags on 7 consecutive. Well, there was no play. It was just consecutive penalties. We kept going. Yeah, and a sportsmanlike against the Bombers, they call it. 2 players have been ejected, 1 from each side. Not sure who was ejected from each side. I heard number 1. That would be Stanley Profit being ejected here for the Bombers, but I'm not too sure. And again, we don't know who it was being ejected for the Bandits, but again, 2 players have been ejected, 1 from each side.
Number 8 for the Bandits.
And they're going to say it's number 8 for the Bandits. And that would be Rosen Pierce. As the Bandits replace some defense. So Rosen Pierce and Stanley Profit, 2 safeties, have been ejected. And refs getting together to discuss something here. "12-8 is your score." While we sort this out, we'll take a break right here on YouTube. All right, we're back to the action here on the field. Handoff here to Hirschfield, and he is going to be brought down at about the 47-yard line. 12-8, the New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits here with 13:43 left in the third quarter. We're here at Braintree High School, Braintree, Massachusetts. Had a few scuffles here, and now we have 2 ejections here in this game. Again, the Bombers trying to clinch the number 1 seed in the Colonial Conference. They will host the championship game, but win here tonight, either end of September or early October. And 3rd down and 4, handoff here on first down. Another first down for the Bombers. Again, the carry there by Hirschfield. "12-8 is your score. The New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits here in the third quarter. 12-8 is your score. First down for the Bombers. Handoff here to Hirschfield, and he's tripped up by the turf monster there and loses a few yards. Tackle there by number 20. That is Jordan Montez. And that was just a slip there by the turf monster. Wasn't anything that the defense did, but they took advantage and brought him down in the backfield. Lost the 2 on that carry. 2nd down, 12 from the 42-yard line. 12-8, the Bombers lead the Bandits. Looking to extend on their lead here. Looking to clinch the number 1 seed in the AAA Conference here at 2025. And they head off here once again. This time it's Walker on the carry. He gets inside the 40, about the 37-yard line. I see Randy Butler on the carry. I thought it was Walker. I apologize for that. Officially 3rd down and 7 from the 37. 11.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. You watch the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Steven Err. We're here at Braintree High School at Braintree, Massachusetts, about 15 miles outside of Boston. 3rd down and 7. Make a hit off here, and a Butler again. This time he is stopped after a gain of maybe 1 or 2 on the carry. That's another stop here by the Bandit defense. Their offense is going to get the ball back, try to take their first lead of the game. Bombers going for her on 4th down and 7. Costa pumps to the sideline. Pass is caught. And a first down for the Bombers. And guess who, folks? DTB. That's his 11th catch of the game. His first here in the first half. That's enough for a Bomber first down. So on 4th down and 7, Bombers get a first down. DTB with his 11th catch of the game. And he is on fire here tonight for the Bombers. Bombers leading 12-8 over the Bandits. Look at extending their lead. First down at the 23. Throws, short pass caught. Look like Dre Williams on the catch there. He's brought down after just a couple of yards. And that was a big first down on 4th down and 7. They got about 8 yards. We 2nd and 10 here, officially at the 23. No gain on the catch there by Dre Williams. And a handoff here. Hirschland gets inside about the 20, about the 19-yard line. So a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Bombers. Bandits have made a few stops here on defense so far in this game. Not just talk about the interceptions or the interception in the end zone on the 2-point conversion. They made a 4th down stop early in the game. Earlier in the game, not early in the game, but earlier, maybe in the second quarter. See what they can do here on 3rd down and 7, ball at the 20-yard line. 8:45 left third quarter. And Costa's going to call a timeout. 8:38 left in the third. 12-8 Bombers over the Bandits. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 3rd down and 7 from the 20-yard line. Bombers looking to extend their 12-8 lead here with 8:38 left in the third quarter. Costa, pressure, gets away, throws into the end zone, and the pass is intercepted at the goal line. 2nd interception by the Bandit defense here in this game. And another stop here by the Bandit defense as well. And it remains a 12-8 game at 8:25 left in the third. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. That's the 3rd interception by the Bandit defense here tonight. And once again, they start inside their own 5. This is the 3rd time they're doing such. And the Bombers call a timeout. So we'll be right back right here on YouTube. 3rd time the Bandits are starting at their own 3-yard line here in this game after another interception. 12-8, the New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits. 8:25 left here in the third quarter. First out at the 3-yard line. Once again, Davis in his own end zone. Davis throws, passes, caught. Trying to get a little breather room. Gets out to the 10. Still going at the 15. Still going. What a run here by the receiver. And he's probably about down near the 17-yard line. And a big first down for the Bandits trying to get out of their own territory. They do just that. About a 15-yard gain on the pass play there by Bernard Davis. And officially put the ball right there about the 17-yard line. So it's a gain of 14 there on first down. So first down for the Bombers at their own 17-yard line. Gain of 14 on the first down play. And a handoff here on first down. Looks like Cundiff, and Cundiff is wrapped up out of bounds. Might have got 1 yard on that run there. We reached the latter half of this third quarter, buddy. 7:14 left now. Bombers still lead the Bandits 12-8. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, about 15 miles outside of Boston. Again, just a 1 yard gain on that run there by Cundiff. Second out of 9, ball at the 18-yard line. 6.5 left here in the third. Davis, pressure, and down he goes. The first sack for either side here tonight comes by way of the New England Bombers. And he is sacked by Jordan Baker. It'll bring up third down and long here for the Bandits. Twelve to 8. Bombers lead the Bandits. 5:53 left here in the third quarter. Third and 12 of the 15. Third down and 12 from the 15-yard line. Davis all alone in the shotgun. Davis. Pups, throws, pass is caught. Oh, now they rule it incomplete. And so bring up fourth down and 12. Clock stop, 5:21 left in the third quarter. And so let's see what looks like the Bandits are going to punt here for the fourth time tonight. And that's been the story of the game, really, folks. The Bandits have punted 4 times. The Bombers have not punted at all. So once again, Bandits punting for the 4th time here tonight. And that is the category where the Bombers have dominated. They have not punted at all. I'll show you here, Dre Williams back at midfield, ready to return his punt. 12-8 is third score, 4:40 left here in the third quarter, clock still running. And a running punt here by the punter, and that one's a nice punt here. Taken by Williams, who almost bubbles it. About the 45-yard line, Williams down the sideline, and out of bounds at about the 42. And that's where the Bombers come back out, looking to extend their lead here with 4:22 left in the third quarter. When we come back, you're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. First down for the Bombers. Ball is at the Bandits' 43-yard line. Costa pops, throws over the middle, passes incomplete. Intended, looked like for Harris. 2 defenders were there for Boston. Unable to get to that one. And to bring up second down and 10 from the 43. Clock now stopped with 4:17 left here in the third quarter. Once again, folks, the Bombers trying to clinch the number 1 seed of the AAA Conference would win here tonight. Bandits looking to stay alive. Of course, they have an easy road here to the number 2 seed, so if the Cobras lose to the Glenspells Green Jackets, Bandits could all but clinch the number 2 seed, and we will have our AAA Conference set with 3 weeks left to play. Of course, we have no idea what the playoff picture looks like as of now for the NAFL. Stay tuned. Costa. Pressure. Throws, and the pass is dropped. And that's the first drop of the game by DTB, who has 11 catches in this game. Third down coming up here for the Bombers, up 12-8, 3:54 left in this third quarter. Now clock continuing to run here. Under 4 minutes left third quarter. 12-8 Bombers on top of the Bandits. Bombers facing a third down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Looking to extend on their 12-8 lead. Again, story of the game, the Bombers have not punted at all. The Bandits have punted 4 times. There goes DTB in motion. Costa fakes. Pressure. Flag is down. Costa goes down as well. Into the arms of number 26. We'll get your name here in a moment. And it's Alvin Edwards there for the sack, but we had a flag down, so hold everything. Clock now stopped. 3:13 left in the third. Sack here by Alvin Edwards, but a flag. And the flag is against the Bombers, so they're going to go for here again on 4th down. Ball is right at midfield. So if the Bandits can make a stop, they'll have extra field position on their next drive. Costa pumps over the middle, and the pass is caught. Fumble the football. And they're going to say it's incomplete. And it's another turnover on downs for this Bomber offense. Bandit defense making a stop. Are they going to start at midfield when we come back? You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. So the Bandits defense makes a second stop on 4th down, and now they have the ball at midfield, down 12-8 with 2:40 left in the third. Davis in the shotgun. Davis going up top, has a man wide open, pass is caught. Break it away. Needs a block. And he's out of bounds inside the 5. Jaden Condiff with the catch. Down inside the 5. It's going to be 1st and goal. And that's the play the Bandits needed. A gain of 46. 1st and goal. Ball at the 4-yard line. Once again, Bandits trying to take their first lead of the game. We're going to turn the brights up just a little bit. 1st and goal, officially ball at the 5-yard line, so officially a 45-yard gain. And Davis hands off. Flag is down. 2 flags are down. And the running back is stopped. Got about halfway where he needs to go. Now a 3rd flag is coming out. We had 2 flags come out during the run. Might have been an offside against the Bombers. Now we have a 3rd flag here coming out after the play was over. Might be all 3 flags. Might be against the Bombers here. Let's see. Refs to get together to discuss this one. But I do believe all 3 flags are going to be against the Bombers. Clock stop with 1:46 left in this 3rd quarter. Bombers looking to make another stop here deep in the red zone. Did that to end the half. Up to the Bandits, fumbled it away. Try to do it here again, trying to keep on top, keeps us on top. Refs getting together to discuss here still. Offside, penalties declined, personal foul, delay game on the defense. So that's the penalty. It's a delay game against the Bombers. And they'll put the ball about the 2.5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Bandits, trying to take their first lead of the night. Receiver in motion. It's like Andrews now in the backfield. And they're going to hand it off here. Cut back into the outside. Has a hole, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Bandits take their first lead of the night here in the 3rd. Score is now 14-12. That is Marco Monroe with the touchdown for the Bandits. Looks like once again they're going to go for 2 here, trying to make this a 4-point game in favor of Boston. 1:34 left in this 3rd quarter. Now another flag. And now we got... And we turned away there, folks, but Shaq Wilkie has been ejected from this game for the Bombers. He suplexed his own teammate. And, well, we'll just leave it at that. Game continues on here in the third.
I believe that was Tyrone Barge.
Correction, folks, it was number 28, Tyrone Barge, who suplexed his own teammate. Shaq Wilkie was the one that suplexed it in. Well, Wilkie returned the favor. And that's where we had to pause our video because we were not showing that to our fans here on YouTube. So we continue on now. The Bandits going to try an extra point here, try to make it a 3-point game here with 1:34 left in the third. And the kick is good. Bandits take their first lead of the game here in the third. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. So the Bandits are kicking off from midfield after the penalty against the Bombers. Had a lot going on that play after the touchdown. And the Bandits lead 15-12. And Allison will be picked up at about the 15-yard line. Cutting away, breaking a tackle. And he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. That is profit there. No, it is George Smith. And we talk about David Donahue being a two-time ECFL champion. George Smith is also a two-time ECFL champion. He won back-to-back spring championships with the East Coast Cardinals in 2023 and 2024. That was before Donahue and the Connecticut Falcons, who returned after a 5-year hiatus, defeated the East Coast Cardinals in the spring 2025 ECFL championship game. Final score 16-12. Cardinals had a chance to tie the game at 14, but an interception and a 2-point conversion by Malik Williamson crowned the Cardinals champions with a 16-12 final score. So first down for the Bombers, ball to 23. Costa over the middle, pass is caught. There's Harris. And J.Q. Harris gets inside the 40. And that's a big play for this Bomber offense. Now trying to come back from behind. And that was about a 19-yard pass play there from Costa to Harris. Ball now at the 43, so officially a 20-yard pass play. And we are under 1 minute left here in the third quarter. Boston Bandits lead the New England Bombers 15-12, trying to pull off another upset. Pulled off the upset 2 weeks ago in Middleborough over the Ned second-rate Cobras. 26-9 was the final on that one. A little closer here tonight in Braintree. First out at the 43-yard line. Costa steps up, chucking it down the field, has a man, and the pass is caught! And a flag to boot, and another flag coming out. 2 flags down, pass is caught inside the 5. Let's check the markers. I think it's going to be against the Bandits. This play will stand, and it'll be first and goal. Now we hear whistles blowing. Ball now being placed at the 20-yard line. Way back more than we thought it was, back near the 5. Ball's placed at the 20-yard line, but another big play there for the Bomber offense. And that's a gain of 23 yards. 22 seconds left, third quarter. Bombers try to come back now down 15-12. Try to clinch the number 1 seed of the Colonial Conference. And it is a pass interference there against the Bombers. So Bandits, excuse me. There you go. Call pass interference. The penalty will be declined. It will be a first down for the Bombers. Now they move the ball up to about the 17-yard line. 12-yard line, excuse me. Final seconds here in the third quarter. Costa throws, pass called by DTB. Break it away. And down near the goal line. And he's going to be short. And that is how the third quarter will come to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for an action-packed fourth quarter. The Boston Bandits lead the New England Bombers 15-12 after 3. We're right back with the fourth and final quarter right here on YouTube. Start of the fourth and final quarter, everybody. The Boston Bandits lead the New England Bombers 15-12. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. Bombers have a first and goal at the 1-yard line. The 12th catch of the game by GTB. Handoff here. Touchdown, New England. Hirschfield with the touchdown from 1 yard out, and the Bombers are back on top to start the fourth quarter. Score is now 18-15.
Some crazy numbers up there. He picked 2.
On the first play of the fourth quarter, a 1 yard touchdown run by Hirschfield. And now Bombers will look to go for 2 here, try to extend their lead here. Try to make it a 5-point game. And they have here again to Hirschland, and he's going to cut it to the outside and get it to the end zone for the 2-point conversion. New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits 20-15 here in the fourth. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. And this has been the type of game we expected coming in, folks. The number 1 team against the number 2 team here in the Colonial Conference. Bombers trying to clinch the number 1 seed with a win tonight. They currently lead at 20-15. We watch the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Steven Earn. That kick's going out of bounds, so the Bandits will have excellent field position to start this next drive. We've seen a few mistakes by the Bombers. They have 5 penalties, including they had a big scuffle that we had to pause our video for. It's unsportsmanlike as two teammates went against one another after the Bandits took their first lead. They've since bounced back and now have retaken the lead at 20-15 with just 5 seconds into the fourth quarter. So the kick goes out of bounds. They're going to move the ball to the 35-yard line. That's where the Bandits will start, try to retake the lead. And again, folks, this is the type of game exactly what we thought we would see and exactly what we're getting here in Braintree. Now it's the Bandits' turn to try to retake the lead here. Again, they're vying for that number 2 seed at this point. If they can pull off an upset, they'll have a chance with 3 weeks left to get the number 1 seed themselves, depending on what happens with the Bombers the rest of the way. Apologize for the shaky camera, folks, trying to get to the best possible view. First down at the 35. Davis in the shotgun. Davis is going to hand off here, and he is wrapped up in the backfield. And that's a loss of 6 on that one. And it was Andrews with the carry there for the Bandits. Huge play there by the Bomber defense.
97, Dave Valley with the hit.
And tackle there by Dave Valley. 14.5 left fourth quarter, 20-15. The New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits.
Valley almost took the hand off that time. What a hit. Loss of 5 on it.
Oh, now back at the 30-yard line, second and 15. Bandits looking to retake the lead here at the fourth. Try to pull off a big upset here tonight. Second and 15. Davis throws, passes, caught to the 39-yard line. Now they get 5 of those. They got 9 yards back. It'll be third down at 6 coming up for the Bandits. And this will be a big stop here for the Bomber defense. They get their offense the ball back, try to extend their lead, maybe put this one away here in the fourth and clinch that number 1 seed in the Triple A Conference. But we've seen a lot of big plays from both sides, so anything is possible. Let's see what happens here. Third and 6 at the 39-yard line. Davis steps up. You got to take off. Flag is down. This one's coming back. Davis gets down to about the 48-yard line. So he got the first down, but there's going to be a hold here against the Bandits. So it's going to be third down and 11. Oh, it's a face mask. It's a 15-yard penalty. It'll be third down at 21 here for the Bandits now. To be third down at 21, the Bandits find themselves in trouble here. They're going to be way back at their own 24-yard line. They have to get to the 45 for a first. Again, this will be a big stop for the Bomber defense so they can make it here. Clock stop at 12:56 left of the fourth quarter. So it'll be third down and 21 from the 24-yard line. A long way to go here for the Bandits. Down by 5 here in the fourth. Be a huge play here for the Bomber defense. They can make it a stop. Third down in a minivan coming up here for the Bandits. Davis. Pressure. Roll it out. And down he goes. Way back at the 10-yard line. And again, a huge stop for the Bomber defense. And there he is again. Dave Valley made the tackle on first down. And it's going to be a 5th punt here for the Bandits coming up. Clock continued to run here, under 12 minutes left in the 4th. And this will be a huge drive here for the Bomber offense. They can chew up some clock, get into the end zone. They could be seeing themselves clinching the number 1 seed here very soon. And the punter is in his own end zone here. We'll show you 3 Bombers are in Bandit territory, ready to return this punt. And it's a nice punt here, but it will stay in Bandit territory. It will take a bounce. And a flag down. You saw that. Look at Miles was the one. He rocked number 25 for the Bandits. No flag is thrown. So the Bomber offense with a 5-point lead, 11:15 left. Look to put this one away here on this drive when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. First down, handoff here to Hurstfield. Hurstfield gets to about the 35. And again, now is the time for the Bombers offense to start running this clock down and potentially get into the end zone, potentially put this game away. They could run that clock out. We are at 11 minutes left here in this game. The Bombers have a 5-point lead. And a chance here once again to just potentially put this one away with another score. Let's see what they do. And it'll be second and 6 at the 35. Hand off here again to Hurstfield. And Hurstfield at the middle. Inside the 30 to the 27. And that's a huge first down for the Bombers. And the Bandits will use that first timeout here in the 4th. We'll be right back right here on YouTube. All right, so after the timeout here, Bombers have the ball first down at the 27. Handoff here again is Hirschland. Hirschland cut to the outside, cut back inside. He's down near that first down marker, gain of 9, down to the 18-yard line. Again, Bombers running out this clock here in the 4th. Great strategy here by the Bombers. Trying to run out the clock, get into the end zone, give the Bandits as least time as they can give them. And another thing about it is the Bandits have already used one of their timeouts, so now they have 2 timeouts left. They will have the 2-minute warning. But they're going to have a lot of work to do if their defense can't make a stop here. Under 10 minutes now here in the 4th. Bombers with a 5-point lead. 2nd and 1 at the 18-yard line. High snap the handoff here. Cut to the outside, and he will get the first down. Still going inside the 15 and down near the 12. And another first down for the Bombers, continuing to chew up this clock. Trying to get into the end zone and clinch the number 1 seed here in the AAA Conference.
Number 10 on the carry, not on my roster.
Carry there by number 10, Joe Washington.
Joe Washington. A nice run there in the first down, a big one.
And again, now down here, 9 minutes left. Bandits starting to get into a little trouble here. They do have 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, but if they can't make a stop here, this game might be over very soon. And the Bombers will be close to the number 1 seed. Hand off here again to Hirschland, cut up the middle, breaking off tackles, down to the 5-yard line. Lose the football. Now they're going to say he's down. The Bandits came away with it, but they say Hirschland was down at the 5. Wow. And that was a close call. And it's going to be 2nd and 1 at the 5, but that's a big break for the Bombers. Bandits almost come away with a costly turnover. And that could have completely changed the game around. But instead,
couple more times if you have to.
Instead, Hirschfield fumbled the football. It looked like he fumbled it, but the refs called him down at the 5. So the Bombers drive stays alive. The clock continues to run. As we're have to hit the 8-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. First, second, one at the 5. Head off here again to Hirschfield. Cut to the outside. And he will get to the goal line for the touchdown. Touchdown, New England. Josh Hirschland might have just clinched the number 1 seed for the New England Bombers with that one. Score is now 26-15. Bandits going to have a lot of work cut out for them now for the final minutes in this one.
That gives the Bombers an 11-point lead with only 7:51 left. Will they go for 2?
It looks like the Bombers are going to go for 2 here, try to make it a 13-point game as we near the latter half of this fourth quarter.
Will they give it to Hirschfield again?
And they will get up to Hirschfield, and he will try to cut outside, break it off the tackles, and he will be wrapped up at about the 6-yard line. No 2-point conversion. But the Bombers have a 26-15 lead with 7:51 left in the fourth. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. Bombers with a 26-15 lead with 7:51 left in the fourth quarter. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. And another kickoff is going to go out of bounds. So once again, the Bandits are going to have excellent field position. They're going to put the ball at the 35-yard line. But now with 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, the Bandits have a lot of work cut out for them. They cannot afford to waste any time here tonight. They want to come back, try to pull off the upset here tonight in Braintree. They have work to do. Down by 11 with 7:51 left, but they will start again at the 35. That kickoff, that's the second consecutive kickoff going out of bounds on the way by the Bombers. Let's see what they can do now. Another stop here by the Bombers. That will put this one even more closer away for the Bombers to clinch that number 1 spot here in the AAA Conference. First down, Bandits at the 35. And a whistle before the snap. The Bombers call a timeout with 7:51 left to the fourth. Right back, right here on YouTube. First down, Bandits at the 35, following the timeout by the Bombers.
And the ball after the Bomber timeout. First and 10, gonna have to pass.
Davis, pressure, doesn't see it, gets away. Roll it out, and he's going to take off. And he will get to about the 37-yard line. Got gained a 2 on that one. And those are the plays you can't afford to have if you're the Bandits. You got to make bigger plays than that. Let's see what the clock continue to run as we have now reached the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Bandits not using any resiliency here, trying to make a comeback here in the end.
And they're taking their time here. Clock ticking away. 7:14.
Be second down at 8 at the 37-yard line after the carry there. Got pressure brought up by the Bandit Bomber D-line, excuse me. Davis had to give it away from it, but now he only got a 2-yard gain, and he stayed in bounds, so the clock continues to run as we reach the 7-minute mark here in the fourth. Second down and 8 from the 37. Davis, pressure again, steps up, over the middle, pass is caught. What a catch, out of bounds inside the 40. Pass is caught there by Fredo Gurdius. And that's a huge first down for the Bandits deep in the Bomber territory. Now they'll have the ball at the Bomber 37-yard line. Clock continue to run, 6.5 left. And there's that big play that they needed to keep themselves in this game. First down at the 37, Davis throws, short passes. They're going to say it's caught. A low pass. Back down at the 29-yard line. Now officially the ball was at the 35, so it's a gain of 6 on that play. Second and 9, clock continue to run. And again, the Bandits not using any resiliency. They're huddling up here, letting that clock run down. 6 minutes left. So the Bombers, I'm sure they'll take it. They're looking at the number 1 seed right now in the AAA Conference and hosting their first championship game in franchise history here in September or October. Second down and 4 at the 29. 5:45 left in this one. Davis over the middle. Pass is caught. Nice grab there. And he is brought down again. Another play where they're stopping him inside. Or stop him inbounds, I should say. Clock run down. And now they're using a no huddle here. We first down at the 29. They needed 4. They got 5. 5:20 left. First down, Bandits. Davis all alone in the shotgun. Davis steps up. Pressure. Gets away. Throws. Passes tipped. Incomplete. And a flag coming out. 2 flags coming out afterward. And that's going to be interference against the Bombers. And that's a big killer there for the defense. Clock now stopped with 5:03 left. They got a big killer there. Bombers defense going to be called for interference. Or as unnecessary roughness. Either way, it's a 15-yard penalty. That's a big penalty against the Bomber defense. And it's a 15-yard penalty. It's a first and goal. Ball at the 9-yard line. As it gets the Bombers. They place the ball officially at the 13-yard line. Let's look about the 13-yard line. We now reach the 5-minute mark here in the fourth. Bandits look at a score, try to cut this deficit in half. First out at the 12-yard line officially. Davis over the middle, pass is caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston! And we are not finished yet. Score is now 26-21 New England. And we are not done yet, folks. Again, this is, like I always say, folks, this is why you play the game. Now a 5-point game. We assume the Bandits will go for 2. Try to make it a 3-point game. We do have a man down, so we'll step aside. Bandits will go for 2 here. Try to make it a 3-point game with 4:38 left. So like I said, folks, get ready for an action-packed fourth quarter. That's a huge drive by the Bandit offense. Now trying to make it a 3-point game with just 2-point conversion. Davis. Pressure. Hit as he throws, and the pass is overthrown. So the 2-point conversion is no good. It remains a 5-point game with 4:38 left. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 26-21, 4:38 left. Bombers are kicking, Bandits kicking off, excuse me. And this will be taken about the 15-yard line. Here's Williams coming to the outside. Williams has room. Breaks off another tackle, and he is brought down at about the 21-yard line. So now a big drive for both sides here. Apologize to the camera, folks. Trying to adjust my headset. Bombers, once again, will look to try and chew up the clock. Bandits, they can make the stop. They'll have a chance to come away with a big upset here tonight. 4:28, balls at the 21. Bandits have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So now, pressure back on the Bombers here. Try to do what they did on their last drive, run the football as much as they can, and continue to chew up that clock.
Shout out to the Bandits for not giving up. They were down by 11.
First down for the Bombers at their own 21-yard line. Up 26-21, 4:28 left in the fourth. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Steven Err. We're here at Braintree High School, Braintree, Massachusetts. Hand off here on first down. And he gets to about the 25-yard line, gain of 4. Clock will continue to run. We'll probably get under the 4-minute mark here. And Bombers try to hold on to a 5-point lead. And again, there's another run there by Hirschfield. Again, apologize for the shaky camera, folks. And we have reached the 4-minute mark. So again, the Bandits do have the 2-minute warning yet and 2 timeouts, so they can let this clock run down and then use those timeouts within 2 minutes. But right now, they have to get their defense to make a big stop here. Second down at 6 from the 25. Hirschfield in the backfield. Costa in the shotgun. And they're using that much as that clock as they can. We're at 3.5 left in the fourth. And I get hit off here to Hirschfield. Hirschfield cut back inside. Finds a hole down to the 30. He is going to be 1 yard short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Coming up here with about 3 minutes left. So here we go. This could be it right here, folks. If the Bombers get the first down here, they might put it away. If the Bandits can make a stop, we have a game in the final 2 minutes. We have officially hit the 3-minute mark. Here we go. This is the biggest play of the game coming up. 3rd and 1. Again, if the Bombers could get the first down, they'll clinch the number 1 spot most likely. The Bandits defense can make a stop. We got a game. Biggest play of the game. 3rd down and 1. At the 30-yard line. Hirschfield of the backfield. Costa again of the shotgun. And off here to Hirschfield. Code to the outside. Break it off. First down, Bombers. And that is a huge first down for the New England Bombers. And we are going to get to the 2-minute warning before the next play. Bombers 2 minutes away from the number 1 seed in the Colonial Conference. Bandits still have 2 timeouts. What's going to happen in the final 2 minutes? We'll find out when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 2-minute warning here in Braintree. The New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits 26-21. Hand off here to Hirschfield, and a helmet pops off. Looks like Hirschfield's helmet popped off. No, one of the linemen. And the Bandits called their second timeout. We'll be right back. 1:52 left in the fourth. 1:52 left here in the fourth. 26-21. The New England Bombers lead the Boston Bandits. 2nd down and 9 here from the 34-yard line. Hand off here again to Hirschfield. And he will get down to the 35. Just a gain of 1. And a 3rd and final timeout by the Bandits. Their big 3rd down coming up now when we come back. And again, the biggest play of the game right here, folks. 1:45 left. It's 3rd down and 8 at the 35. Bombers lead 26-21 over the Bandits. 3rd down and 8. Free play. Costa gonna roll out. Throws over the middle. Pass is caught by Williams, and he has the first down. This is going to be an offside against the Bandits. And that's going to do it, folks. The New England Bombers are going to be the number 1 team in the Colonial Conference.
Nice call by the Bombers coaching staff. They took a chance.
Now just a couple kneel downs, and the New England Bombers are on their way to 7-0 on the season. I mean, offside against the Bandits. The Bandits trying to say it's a false start against the Bombers.
Both teams pointing at each other, so.
But it looked like from up here in the booth, it looked like it was an offside against the Bandits. That's going to be a first down for the Bombers. And there it is. The dagger.
Holding defense. They're going to take that.
And they'll take the hold penalty, and that's it. The New England Bombers are going to head to 7-0 and clinch the number 1 seed in the Colonial Conference. And this was a team, ladies and gentlemen. They finished 0-10 in single A conference play in their first year, and missed making the playoffs the next 2 years, losing in the championship year too. And now they're going to host the championship game in a few weeks' time. What a season for the Bombers. Costa takes his first knee. Bandits cannot stop the clock. So now we will see who will get that number 2 seed. Will it be the Boston Bandits or will it be the Middleborough Cobras? Cobras have dropped 2 straight, or are out in upstate New York with the game between them and the Glensville Green Jackets tonight. And we'll show you here, folks. We got celebrations. All love and smiles here on the Bomber bench. They know they're the number 1 team in the AAA Conference. Costa will take his second knee. We'll have to take one more before we call it here. But it was a very exciting game. We knew it would be coming into this one. Both teams had their miscues. The Bandits punted 5 times. Bomber defense had 6 penalties. And they're going to call this one with 30 seconds left.
Come away with the win.
The New England Bombers defeat the Boston Bandits here tonight. Final score 26-21.
21.
The New England Bombers for the Boston Bandits for the New England Football League. I'm Stephen Err. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us tonight, folks. We'll see you next time.